Hey guys, Jump Robot here and welcome back to another video on the channel. In today's video I'm gonna put out some reasons to why Zetsebou is not as bad as everyone thinks it is. However, before we get into the video, I would like to ask everyone to comment down in the comments below, maybe one or just as many as you want, would you rather questions for zombies. As I know this is a series that Azura did, like the Would You Rather Zombies edition, but unfortunately he deleted all of his videos and stuff, and I really enjoyed that and I thought that it would be quite fun to make. So if you guys leave even the most ridiculous Would You Rather questions, as long as they're related to zombies, I'll try and get an episode of that out fairly soon and get that out for everyone. So if you just leave those down in the comments below, I will try and if I get enough I'll do that, but I might have to wait do a couple videos to get enough comments for a full video. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. So, a couple of days ago I repurchased Zetsebou no Shima on PlayStation so that I would be able to stream it, because I've already got it on Xbox, but I wanted to get it onto PlayStation so I can actually live stream it and stuff. And on my one of the first playthroughs which I did stream, because I haven't played Zetsebou in a long time, I completed the Easter egg, and one of the things that I believe many people really dislike about Zetsebou is that there's so many parts on the map and it's a very expensive, very expensive map. But then again, you've got maps like, I know I'm probably going to get absolutely butt raped by comments for saying this, but maps like Origins and stuff, they also suffer from this exact same trait of having too many parts, and they're both fairly big maps, but they have lots of doors and they're very expensive to open both those maps. And Zetsebou probably, I think, might even have less parts than Origins, because some parts don't actually appear, and you've got so the G-Strike part, that's like not on the menu, and then you've got four parts for each staff. Then you've got the gramophone, the 3 parts for the Maxis drone, the black disc, the gems for the staffs, and then the zombie shield parts. There's just so much stuff, but people love that map. So one thing that I have is, why don't people love Zets? And then also, again, people have been like, takes too long to set up. Again, people can have that gripe with, I get Origins, but no one seems to. And that's where I'm going to come in and try and protect Zetsebou, as that, I'm going to make a very bold statement here, that Zetsebou is my favourite Black Ops 3 map. I prefer Zetsebou over Der Eisendrache, Guard Crove, Shadows. It's just a really good map. So let's start off for the first things with the spawn room. So in the spawn room you spawn in with water, so that it gives you an introduction to the swimming mechanic which was added into this map, which is a very good introduction because you spawn in there and you might be like, maybe you can go in that, and then it allows you to swim. So that will give you a sort of brief introduction to learning to swim. Then in the spawn room, the first thing you'll do when you spawn in is hit the gobblegum machine, maybe try and get shopping free per clock, or maybe if you're getting classics, get like sword flight, something like that. I don't know. But oh wait, the gobblegum machine is covered in spider webs. Again, another great introduction to the spider web mechanic, teaches you how it works, and it shows that you can either throw grenades at it or hold the interaction button and swipe it away, which is a really good interaction. Then, upon further exploration of the spawn room, you'll find a bucket. Now this is fairly illuminated because it's got like the sort of 115 tint around the rim of it, but it's just it's very obvious to find it, and it acts sort of like the shovel, not exactly, but you can get stuff from like the fumigator maybe, so you can get stuff from it and do that. That's like sort of Zetsebou's version of that. Then you'll kill some zombies, go through the rounds like you do on every other map. And then, oh wait, what's that? A seed you've got from a zombie. Now, the bucket you get has enough water to water the plant once, because it's like 1/3 full. Now, what you do is you're wandering around the spawn room still trying to get points, and then you walk over to the seed placing thing, and then you place the seed and be like, I wonder what happens when I water this. So you water it and then wait until the next round, and then you get like maybe a Shiva or some free points, which is really good introduction to it. And also in the spawn room there's a little altar with some of the Apothicon symbols on it, which might spark your interest. So if you decide to go right at spawn, you will come across the sort of Skull of Nan Sapway area, which is a really good aesthetic to the map. Like, it definitely gives that sort of eerie, because the doors in this map, rather than it just being debris, it's like vines and stuff, because the plants are mutating, which is really nice. And then you look around that and then, oh wait, the things match up, the symbols on the thing at spawn to the symbols on the head of the skull, so you pick that one up and bring it back there, and then you do the ritual and bring it back there. Again, another great introduction, so it kind of shows you how to do it. It's not too difficult to get it, and then you'll probably go back to the spawn room and maybe open up to the left to the fan trap area, because box might be there, and then, oh wait, there's another one there, and it kind of teaches you how to go along. Everything that you really need is around the spawn area. And then when you get into the back of Lab A, you got the water, and then there's the water scattered around the map. Now, one of the things that many people do not like about Zets is the entire thing to get the power, so you got to put the 2 temporary power switches on and then open the bunker door. I can kind of go for that as well. It is a little bit annoying, but it's okay, because you only need to do it once, and then there's not things like the Templars try to turn it off like in Origins, so it's like a one and done sort of situation. And then the sort of that ritual where you destroy a thing, many people don't like doing that. However, if you're going for an Easter egg run, you're going to need to be running anywhere but here, and you can actually just cheese that completely by using an anywhere but here during that. That'll teleport you out, and it will continue to do it, and then that's just genuinely really easy, a nice easy little skip bit there. Now, some of the other things that people don't like in this map is the thrashers. So the thrashers spawn in when one of the spores around the map pops and the zombie stays in it for too long. Sometimes they will get stuck underground and become a thrasher. Again, it is fairly annoying, however, when you've got the KT4 and stuff like that, you can absolutely destroy them, but people are like, but you're not going to get the KT4 on early rounds without overpowered bubblegums. But then, again, I'm comparing this to Origins a lot, but it's kind of the same with the Panzers. Like, they don't spawn in as frequently, but it's like, you're not going to have a staff extremely early on. You might if you're using overpowered gobbleguns or an extremely early round strategy, but still, you're going, the KT4, like, one charge shot can absolutely destroy it, so that's fine. Now, let's get on to the Easter egg. So the Easter egg in this map is insanely simple, so it's pretty much, you get set up like you would in any other game, so you'll have the wonder weapon, the specialist, all that good stuff. And now, once you've got that, pardon me, now, once you've got that, all you need to do is show the skull to the poster in the spider room, in the cocoon room, should I say, and then at the elevator door. Then what you need to do from there is water a plant with blue water, shoot it with the KT4 until you get the bullet, and then shoot on the plane. Boom, first cog. Second cog, you need to plop anywhere but here, and then boom, second cog. Third cog, you need to complete your challenges, get electric shield, and go on the zipline and land on the docks once you have electrocuted the shield, once you have electrocuted the zipline by knifing. Boom. third cog, then you go and put them in and then take the elevator down and just you're in the boss fight. The boss fight's very simple. The Easter egg is a little bit lackluster, but many people won't get the map for the Easter egg. They might just get it just because it's a really good map. Now that we've looked at that, so we've looked at the setup and the new introduction of the other mechanics. Now let's get into the map layout. So the layout of the map is fairly similar to other maps, with random perk spawns with one perk in sort of each area. So you've got one perk at the sort of skull area, you have one perk at the fan trap, you have the perk at the blue water, you have the perk at the green water, and then you have the perk in the bunker. So there's kind of perks littered around the map in sort of like each section. It's not split up decisively into sections, but there's one in kind of like each area, so it's very good at that. So then you have the sort of actual boss fight area. So unlike any other map before, you can actually stay in the boss fight arena after you've defeated the boss, which makes for one of the best camping spots, maybe even better than the Doris Catwalk, which I think is just really fun because in Rise and Drag you get teleported out of it, same with Gorod, and the Shadows one's already part of the map. Now, other parts of the map include the laboratories, so those are fairly similar. They both got one buildable into it, and then one of them, Laboratory B in specific, has the zip line, and then both of them round the back of them have a water and a perk, which is quite good. And then you have the bunker, which is sort of like the central hub of the map, the excavation site of Zetsebou, if you will. So in that area you have one perk, one shield part spawn, the power switch, like the final power switch, the pack-a-punch, 2 spots for the Skovnan Sapway, you got a part for the KT4, so it's kind of just like the central point of the map. There's fast travels out of there by the sewer tunnels, and that just kind of makes it's like a central spot. There's unfortunately not a buildable table in there. There's also 2 parts for, well, technically the 2-part, wait, huh? You have all 3 parts of the pack-a-punch, and they are all through different doors in that sort of area, and it just makes for a nice sort of area. It's a little bit confusing to go through for the first time, but after that it's quite good. Now, let's look at some of the other sort of side quests. So, to get Widow's Wine in this map, unlike in Rise and Drac, it is not in the Wonder Fizz, as there is no Wonder Fizz, and unlike in Shadows of Evil, there is no perk machine. You have to actually go through, you need to get the KT4 and then shoot the spider web at the blue water spawn, then head down there and fight a spider mini boss. And now this is one of the coolest boss fights. It's not too difficult, but it's also not incredibly easy, so you should probably maybe pick up like a packed LMG or the packed marshals before going in. And then the reward at the end is you get Widow's Wine for free, so you don't need to pay the $4 grand, and then you can come and go in there as you please, which makes for a really nice addition to the map because it gives you it for free, and also Widow's Wine is kind of spider based, spider boss. Kind of makes sense, all of that being linked. And then you have the regular spiders, which are nothing much. It's very difficult for them to actually be able to kill you unless you've got also zombies and thrashers on you, but they're not much of a nuisance. They can kind of block you sometimes, but they just look super cool. And then another side quest which you have is the spider bait. So what the spider bait does is it allows you to literally become a spider in zombies. This is the first time we've been able to become something that is sort of non-human with a side quest. We have had Beast and Asteroid before, but that's not with a side quest, that's implemented in to get power. But as this, you can use this to get out of sticky situations and stuff, just bop that and then you sort of cocoon yourself and then you become a spider. Which I think is really cool as it allows for some interesting clutches and also interesting gameplay. And it just adds up a nice little spice to it. Then you've also got the newest and probably my favourite specialist weapon, the Skull Sapling, which is incredibly overpowered. It looks amazing and it deals so goddamn much damage because it's an infinite damage weapon. It kills the Thrashers, so Thrashers are no longer a problem, and it overall just makes it a lot easier the map because you can kind of just pull that out and then hold RT, so that's good. Now let's look at the wonder weapon, the KT4/Masamune. So it is a charge weapon, so it has 6 shots in the mag and then 36 outside of it, and you can charge it up to use 3 shots for a charge shot, and then you can pretty much decimate an entire horde with it. The Masamune, its effect lasts longer, so you can chain onto more zombies, so it's kind of like the pre-patched Liquefier, but not as overpowered, and it really fits the map very well. Everything in this map fits the map very well. It's like everything was custom made for it, because everything has that sort of jungle aesthetic or the plant thing, so everything's plant based, and it just, the KT4 really fits the map and it's a very good wonder weapon, kind of like the Liquefier, sort of, but not really. Now let's go over the map aesthetic. So in my opinion, this has the best map aesthetic of all time. So you've got maps like Mob of the Dead and stuff where it's like prison, it's very good, and then you've had other jungle maps previously, but none have been done as well as this. So with Zets, you have the sort of, the barriers are no longer just like debris and stuff, it is actually vines, which is super cool, just getting to move the vines out. The bosses, such as the Thrasher and Spiders, are all based around the map, like in all of the storyline and stuff, like Division 9 doing experiments on plants. And then you've got all the plant-based stuff, which I'll be going over in a minute. And then on round 50 you got the sort of secret sort of Cthulhu monster, and then you've got all the eerie sounds and stuff in the background, which make Zetsebou one of the most frightening maps. Like, it is a genuinely scary map because of everything that it does. And if you haven't already played Zetsebou, I would definitely encourage you to do so. Definitely. Now, let's go on to my last point to why Zetsebou is an incredibly good map, the plant system. Now, many don't like this plant system as they claim that they paid for Zombies and not Plant Simulator 2015. However, I would make the counter argument that it adds a lot of variety to the match. So in games like, I don't know, Origins or Rise and Drag, it's a fairly sort of bland thing, just get the wonder weapon and then kind of camp, do your thing. Maybe get, like, there's not really a free perky strike. Well, you can get the red dig strikes in Origins, but you don't really do that if you're going for mega high rounds or if you don't have perkers. But on Zet, rather than having a sort of Wonder Fizz, you can get perks for free through the plant fruit system, which is really cool. So I'm not sure what all of the combinations are, but you water with certain colours, and then to get it better you shoot it with the KT4. So you've got those plants, and then you've got the plants that can give you drops, pack-a-punch guns, and then probably the most overpowered, the imprint plant. So if you have all your perks and a gobblegum and stuff, if you grow one of these, which is just no water and just a shot of the Masamune or the KT4, after 3 rounds it will grow into an imprint plant. You imprint yourself to it, and then see when you're down without quick revive on solo, or if you bleed out on multiplayer, you spawn back in through that imprint plant with all of the stuff that you had when you implanted yourself into it, making for some interesting game, so I believe it is capped to 3 per game on solo. So you've got the imprint plants, which are extremely overpowered. You've got all of the stuff in the map which really fits it. Everything just looks amazing, fits the aesthetic really well. It's a genuinely scary map. The thrashers can be a little bit annoying. However, if you have not played this map, I would urge you to play it, as many do not enjoy this map, such as Die Rise, but it's actually a good map once you get to know it. And again, speaking of Die Rise, if you guys have not already seen, Johnny J is doing try to remaster Die Rise, and he's getting a billboard outside of Treyarch saying remaster Die Rise. So I'll link that down in the description if you guys want to see that. But speaking of that map, Die Rise, many people do not enjoy it. However, those who do really enjoy it, such as me with Zetsebou. It's a very underrated map. Many people absolutely hate it, including me. I used to despise the map until launch. However, I recently got back into it to do the Easter egg to get the sort of finish the cycle thing on Black Ops 3, and when I played it I noticed it was actually a really good map, and you just have to get into it. It's kind of like Origins and stuff. If you have no idea what you're doing and you're going in with the idea that you're not going to have a fun time, you're not going to have a fun time. However, if you kind of know what you're doing, like, you don't even need to know that much, because the map kind of sometimes shows you and tells you what to do. You're going to have a good time, so I would urge everyone to go out, and if you haven't purchased it, purchase it, or maybe watch some videos, other reviews on it to see what you think, and then maybe play it. And if you've already got it, go out and find some friends and play that, and do the Easter egg, and just go for high rounds. It's an extremely fun map, and there's it's probably, if not the best map from all of Black Ops 3, including Chronicles. That has been me for this video. Just wanted to kind of try and spread my opinion on why Zets is a good map, get some people back to playing it, because everyone always just plays Gorod, the Rising Shadows. Everyone kind of leaves this map to the side, but it's a really good map. So, like I said at the start of the video, if you guys would be able to comment down some zombies would you rather questions, no matter how ridiculous they are, as long as they're related to zombies, I will try and put them into the would you rather video. If you put them down in the description, that'll be good, so then I'm able to make that video. But thank you for watching this video. It has been a little bit of a longer one, but I thought that it might be nice to do like a sort of map review, like analysis or whatever. But I enjoyed making this video, so if you want to see more, just comment down below and I'll try and do that. But make sure you like and subscribe, and comment down below what you would like to see, or the would you rather questions. Peace.